Hi, welcome to Charlie's Bikes. I am Charlie, and today I'm going to be talking to you about one of the most important things you need to know about when you want to ride a bike, and that is your license. Okay, so your license will vary depending on how old you are, what kind of license you already hold, and your kind of experience and stuff like that. Okay, so there are different milestones. Different birthday milestones. They are 16, 17, 19, 21 and 24. Okay, so we're just gonna quick run through. So at 16, you are allowed to ride a 50cc engine bike. Okay, now what that is a bike with a maximum speed of about 35 miles an hour. It's not very fast, but it will get you from A to B. You need to have your provisional driving license. You can apply for this 3 months before your 60th birthday. You can do it online or via the post. It doesn't cost very much money, £43 or £34 depending on how you do it. But once you've got that in your hand, then you can go to your training provider and you can complete what's called a CBT. Now this is compulsory bike training. Without this you won't be able to do anything. So you'll need to complete your CBT on a 50cc engine bike. CBT is broken down in two different elements. So there's a classroom part, and then there's a bit where you go out and you inspect the bike, you have a look, you work out the maintenance kind of things for it, you walk it, you ride it a little bit, and then you build your confidence, so you learn how to deal with junctions and emergency stops and things like that. And they walk you through all of this. There is another video I've got that will break down every element for you. I'll be releasing that soon. And then you go on your road ride for a couple of hours with your provider. Come back, they sign the form, you are free to ride off on a 50cc engine bike. You must ride with L plates. You're not allowed a pillion passenger, and you are not allowed to go on motorways. You can stop here if you're 16, you just want a little bit of transport before your 17th birthday, it's absolutely fine. However, if you want to change that, you still won't be allowed to ride on a motorway with that size engine bike. Maximum speed is just not high enough and you will not be safe. But you will be able to ride without L plates and with a pillion passenger if you complete what is called an AM course, AM license. So in order to achieve this or obtain this, you need to complete your theory test. Different to a car theory test. Bike and car theory test are two very, very different things. They work the same way and they have the same sort of process, but they are different. I will make a video for your theory test as well. So once you've completed that, then you can go back to your training provider and say, hey, I've got it, I'm ready to go, and then you can do your mod 1 and 2. Okay, so your mod 1 and 2 is it's like the next step basically. That is with a DVLA tester. So your mod 1 is like car park training kind of thing. So it will be emergency stops, U-turns, figure of eights, that kind of thing on your 50cc engine, and it will be in their little compound basically where they do all of their mod 1s for any cc engine. So once you've done that, you've passed that, then you can do your mod 2, which is a road ride. But once you've done that, then you can hold your AM license. Now this means that you are allowed to ride with a pillion passenger and you don't need L plates on. Now this is at age 16 on your 50cc engine bike, okay? And that's where you stop at your age level. So at 17, that's where things slightly change. So if you're completely brand new to bikes, you can come straight in, do your CBT on a 125 engine bike, and you will be free to ride off with that. Again, L plates, no pillion, and no motorways. You can get up to 60 miles an hour on a 125 engine bike, sometimes 70, but you've really got to pin it and you've got to be like, hunched over and protect yourself from the wind, and you look a bit silly, but you can get up to 70 if you really are desperate to. You can stop there at 17. Remember, your CBT only lasts for 2 years. So at 19 again, if you want to, you can take your CBT, just keep going. A lot of people just do that. However, if you are determined, this is it, you want to go all out, you want your bike license, your full A bike license where you can ride any CC anywhere you want to, then I would highly recommend you go for your A1 license at age 17. You are still only allowed to ride a 125cc engine bike. That will not change. But what will change is that you can carry a pillion, you can go on the motorway, and you do not need to ride with L plates. So in order to get your A1 licence, there's two options here. Well, there's two routes you could go down. If you took your AM at 16, you've already done your theory test. You don't need to do that again. You need to do your Mod 1 and Mod 2 on a 125 engine. If you haven't done your AM licence, you can take your A1 licence on your 125. So you would need to pass your theory test and you Mod 1 and Mod 2. So once you've done that, you're free to ride anywhere with a pillion on a 125 engine with no L plates. The next stage is when you turn 19. You are allowed to ride a 395cc engine bike. That has obviously a higher maximum speed. I'm not going to break down what they are, it depends on the bike. There are two routes you can take with the A2 licence. So there is the direct access route, or there is the progressive route. For progressive routes, you've already taken your A1 licence. So as long as you have held that for 2 years or more, you can take your A2 licence. If you get it from 17, 2 years on from that, you will be 19. Just get it on the same date you did your 17 A1 licence. As soon as you've done your CBT on a 125, crack on, get that A1 licence done, because it will allow you to ride your A2 licence sooner, okay? Which is the faster bike sooner. So that means that you've already taken your theory test. You don't need to worry about that anymore. You need to take your Mod 1 and Mod 2 on a 395cc engine bike. You do the same thing in the compound. You do the same thing on the road ride. The only difference is you've got a bigger bike. That's all. So once you've done that, then you have got your A2 licence and you are free to ride, like I say, no L plates, pillion passenger, and you can go on the motorway and anywhere else you want to, as long as it's on a 395 maximum cc engine bike. If, however, you've just turned 19, you think, really want a bike, great. What you need to do is you need to run through everything. So you need to do your CBT on a 125 engine. You need to do your theory test. Then you need to do your Mod 1 and Mod 2 on 395cc engine bike. And then you've finished. You've got your A2 licence. So the next step is when you turn 21 or when you turn 24. And this is for your full A licence. So this is a licence that will allow you to ride any engine-sized bike that you want to. Again, you've got two routes with this. So if you've completed your A2 licence, then you can go down what's called the progressive route. And at age 21, you can then get your full A licence. So you must have held your A2 licence for at least 2 years, okay? Which means you've already done your theory test, you've already done your Mod 1 and 2 for a smaller bike. You then have to do your Mod 1 and 2 again on a 595 engine bike. If, however, you are 21, you've not done the whole bike thing before, you really want to, I'm afraid you can't ride a 600 bike just yet. You've got to go back to your A2 licence and wait until you are, if you take your A2 at 21, you've got to be 23 before you can ride your bigger engine bike, which is still a good option because it will give you a chance to ride a smaller engine bike, get used to it, and feel what it's like to actually to ride. You'll have so much more experience. However, if you wait until you're 24, you can just go straight for your 600 bike, 595cc to be exact. This is called the direct access route, okay? So at 24, you need to get your CBT on a 125, pass your theory test. Then you need to pass your Mod 1 and 2 on a 595cc or more bike. And after that, you are free to ride wherever you want, wherever you want. So if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat below. I will, like I say, I'll be doing videos on your CBT. I'll be breaking down your theory test. I will be looking at the Mod 1 and 2 as well. Anything else you want to see, just pop a suggestion in. And if you enjoyed my video, please tick the like down below and subscribe for more videos. Okay, thank you very much.